Hi, my friends. Hello. I don't know what day is it. It's Tuesday. Let's chat for a little bit, shall we? Let's just chat. Let's chat. Hold on, y'all. All right. So, hey, I had to pop in here. Like, this is kind of a strange video today because I don't know. I don't know what I really have much to say, right? I don't have pearls of wisdom to drop for you. I don't have this cosmic reasoning for you today. But I'm gonna say this. You all responded, or many of you responded to my post about, hey, you feeling like super bitchy lately? I'm just coming on here to share this with you because I feel like you've got to share the highs, the lows, and everything in between when it comes to our own spiritual journeys, our own awakenings, our own experiences, no matter what you think it is for you. That I'm with you in this. Usually I don't get really affected by some of the cosmic energy shifts and the moons and this and that, but I'll tell you what, right now, I don't know what it is. This is probably the strongest reaction I've ever had to any cosmic shifts, and I don't even know if there are that many shifts going on lately. I've looked up, I saw the post, the meme about the solar storms, but then I Googled it and I couldn't find anything. So here's what I'm gonna say is that I feel like the last full moon energy, which was very full moon in Uranus, or Uranus, whatever people want to call it. Sounds funny, doesn't it? Whatever it is, full moon opposite Venus. There are a lot of star-crossed influences last time. The full moon a couple of weeks ago, it was all about that miscommunication, anger, hostility, resentment, moodiness, short-temperedness. There was a lot of different planets that were retrograde, and then some of them were out of retrograde, but some were still in it. There were all sorts of things, and I feel like that phase is going out with a bang right now. But here's something that I'm considering for myself. I am not making this news. I'm not trying to make it fake news. I'm just pondering this and meditating on this. Why I have been so emotional, moody, bitchy. I didn't even do a live stream yesterday or the day before. I committed to myself that I was gonna go live every day during my interview series and then beyond. I did that. I said I was gonna do that, and then I found for the last few days, I felt like I had nothing to say. I didn't feel inspired. I didn't feel moved. I didn't feel like I had anything to talk about. It was just really, and I felt like it was kind of like my connection. I didn't do any readings. My connection to spirit was just off, and I've been feeling very tired, very drained, I can't catch up on sleep, almost like that adrenal fatigue feeling, very sore. For those of you who have Lyme or any of that stuff, very limey, very much like a symptom flare of everything, the sore knees, the sore shoulders, the sore legs, everything. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I haven't seen, unless someone can put a link to an article, I haven't seen a lot of news about any particular huge solar issues going on right now. Not seeing it. I did see the meme that, thank you for one of my beautiful friends for putting it up. But I Googled it and there was nothing about solar storms. Actually, right now is very calm. It's a very calm period. It's about to go into the new moon, so it's gonna pick up. But this new moon is all about sex and love and intimacy and connection. And I'm starting to actually get goosebumps. Maybe I don't know. Just this about making things happen and manifesting. So it's not the new moon, because that's bringing some goodness. The full moon couple of weeks ago brought some emotional strife. But I'm also wondering, this is just me thinking from us as empaths, right? Feeling the collective. This is not, like I said, this is not news. This is not meant to be fake news. This is just me meditating on this. Sometimes I'm starting to wonder if we're feeling the collective angst of what's happening with the rainforest in the Amazon. Like, my body's burning too. Like, my oxygen doesn't feel as good. Like, I don't feel as clear. I feel like a part of something is shutting down that we need desperately. Some of the cosmic, universal life force is being shut out. That's me. That's what I'm wanting to say. That collective thing. Now, for me personally, I know I'm being asked to go higher. Like, so I don't know about you out there, but for me, I've had some downloads about things that I want to do, places where I want to go, and some things that I want to learn that are going to require me to go higher on my spiritual journey. So when that happens, we also know I get, and I posted at the end, hashtag ascension problems. So it's like, I'm going to feel all the fear, all the doubt, all the anxiety. And those of you who are in my groups, you are going through this right now too. I know it, I can feel it, because some of you are my clients, so I know you're moving to bigger things, or you're moving towards them, and you're feeling like the ego is trying to pull you back to your comfort zone, and it's like some part of you is going to die off. An old version of you. And I don't mean like physically, literally. An old version of you is asking to be released. So it's going to fight hard. It's losing its battle. So it's going to come at you and fight. I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to make you feel like shit. I'm going to make you doubt yourself. All those things. Because you're being asked to go higher and ascend into a higher level of consciousness for you, wherever you're at. Okay? Not to like a place, not saying we're going to a place, but this is for you. Where are you in your spiritual journey, in your consciousness, in your awareness? What are you doing with your life right now that might ask you to go up to a higher level? Or what are the dreams, desires, and goals that you have that are going to ask you to move to that higher place and to get rid of things that don't serve you? Your old beliefs, toxic relationships, toxic thoughts, toxic habits. Maybe you need to eat or drink differently. Maybe you need to give up some habits that are really like hurting your body. Like if you're, smoking cigarettes, or, drinking a lot of alcohol, or doing those kinds of things. Maybe the pain is coming to you to remind you, first of all, to remind you that you're being asked to transcend, but almost like that exorcism of like this old version of you. It's just painful on the way out. It's painful on the way out. So so to me, it's like those two things. It's the Amazon rainforest. We're feeling the pain, empaths. We're there. That's what we do. We can feel the emotions and pain and different, what am I going to say, the energy of other people, situations, and places. And then there's the collective consciousness. I do think we're picking up on this. This is no joke. That was a big, big, big deal. And that was something that hurt our planet for real and took away part of the life force. And I think we're like, we feel it. I'm not joking about this. I have no scientific proof. So any of you who want the, but Jen, science, don't have the science. The science is the Amazon was on fire. And like that is providing like all sorts of like oxygen and things that the planet needs. Okay. It's one of the most important things we've got here for our sustainability. So that I'm just, really saying that this is, we know we're being called to activate. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the scary part a little bit. This can be a little scary. Because as empaths, as people who are spiritual and intuitive in this profession, a lot of times we are love and light, right? We think love and light, love and light, love and light. And it's if we feel like we have to take action and either right or wrong, or we have to place a judgment on something like this is not okay, we feel like we feel weird about that, because we feel like, well, if we're in the higher consciousness and everything is love, which it is, I can't feel anger or resentment or frustration towards what's out there, because then we're going back into the 3D. You know what I'm saying? We're going back into that place of just being concerned with the illusion of the news and all the things going on and what is. And I think there's a little bit of angst, because we know as light workers on some level, that you're being called to activate and do something more, because our planet, Mother Earth, is being damaged. Our planet's being hurt. The future of humanity, from what we can see, is being endangered, right? Is being really put under fire, or going in a direction that is not healthy and not not in a way that feels right to empaths or light workers, right? Because you're going towards that 4D, 5D consciousness instinctively. And I know sometimes that pain is like we're fighting it. So pain for empaths could be so many things. So instead of confusing and just going into 5 different things. But I think there's something we need to do more. Like we need to be louder. We need to be more active. We need to look at our own lives and say, what are we doing for the planet? Or how are we being and believe me, I got to take a big, long, hard look at myself too. Being an owner of an SUV and doing all sorts of things and how I eat, or like, how are we contributing to the sustainability of the planet? And how are we going to get louder? And how are we going to step up and take a stand for what's right? And sometimes it's okay to declare it. I think as empaths and intuitives and people who are spiritual in this profession, we get scared about declaring our point of view or our values or declaring what we feel is right for humanity, for the collective. And we have to stop being afraid of that, as if we're judging or, separating or dividing. We don't want to be divisive, which we don't. We know, that the united consciousness is we are one. That is ultimately what is up there. We are one. But right now there are some obstacles to getting to that total space of I'm there all the time. I'm there in that 4 or 5D consciousness. I live there. It's sometimes we can come back down into the 3. But it's, you're being called to do something else. And I'm going to say for the collective consciousness, for humanity, for the earth, but also for yourself. Like, what is this kind of attack, a bit of attack, I'm going to say it now, a bit of attack on humanity, attack on the planet? What does that mean? What are you doing with your life right now? Where do you need to step it up in your life? Not only on behalf of Mother Earth, but on behalf of you, because you're only going to be able to be the best light worker you can be if you are in your best place. So that means you're healthy, you're vibrant, you're clear, you're grounded, you're centered, you're feeling fulfilled in all the areas of your life. Where are you being asked to look at what's out of alignment and what's kind of a place, an area of your life that's not where you want it to be? See, these shifts in energies and shifts in the planets and things that are happening in our atmosphere, they're gonna make us uncomfortable and painful. And the ascension is also painful at times. And it's asking you to say, what needs to be let go of? What do I need to see differently or think differently to get to my next level? And what do I need to learn? What do I need to know? And what action do I need to take? I can't just sit still and watch it all from the sidelines. If you're being called to be that light worker, being called to that next higher level of consciousness, you're going to have to take some action. That could mean learning new things. That could mean risking other people giving you feedback, thinking you're nuts. That could mean other people being pissy at you because you're taking action you feel is best for the planet, and other people want to stay. I want to stay attached to all the things on the earth, and I want to just live like I'm, we're here randomly, coincidentally, and there's nothing bigger out there. There's no greater purpose. I'm just going to live this way. I'm just going to throw this plastic in the ocean. Who cares? It'll be fine. There's more. There's more. And with this new moon, it's a great time for manifesting. It's a great time for calling in all of that, harnessing that energy that is going to be very passionate. It's going to be a passionate time because there's Mars and Venus, coming in this new moon, this planetary influences from Mars and Venus. You know what I'm saying. You know the book, right? So it's like a raw primal drive. So time to rekindle some stuff with your significant other, or get it even hotter. If it's already hot, turn it up, baby, to the next level. But also light that fire inside of you. What the hell? What are you really here to do? What are you here to do? Are you feeling like you're uncomfortable? Is this pain, this angst, feeling like, okay, I can't do this anymore? I know there's more for me. I see what's going on out in the world, and I want to make a difference. I want to take a stand because I want my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren to have a safe place to live that provides them with the same amazing nourishment and beauty that it did for me and for our forefathers and for our ancestors, right? So what do we need to do? And it's okay to take a stand as a light worker. It's okay to say, hey, this isn't okay. This is what I'm about. And I'm going to make the adjustments in my life to become my best self, to reflect my values so that I can inspire others to do the same, right? And I think you will find that if you are feeling the bitchiness, you're feeling the pain and the soreness or the tiredness, it's just time to look within. That's just time to look within and say, what's missing right now, or what am I looking to, either what am I looking to create in my life, or what is not here right now that I'm looking to create, or what needs to be let go of. And we say this a lot, like releasing and creating, but for real though, like if you're feeling the tension right now, for real, there are things happening. There's reasons why you're being called so strongly. And if you've been ignoring the calls or kind of saying, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if I'm meant to do that, I don't know if I really if I can get into that, just trust what you're feeling. Trust that this pain is not to torture you. It's not to punish you. It doesn't mean you need to hide. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means that you're being called to let go of an old consciousness and move forward. And you're feeling some of the pain and some of the pain in the atmosphere, pain that Mother Earth has been going through, because you're a sensitive person, a sensitive being. You have these extra sensitivities. Mother Earth's asking for your help. What can you do? What can you do to help out with this? And, really just take it seriously, right? Because we are trying to, none of this matters. If we don't have a sustainable world to live in, none of this stuff matters, So think about this. What are you being asked to do next? What are you being asked to do? And I don't know, that's about it. And it's okay to not be okay right now. I'm just gonna give that permission. It's okay if you're feeling bitchy and tired right now. Know that it's for a reason. And if you think it might be something seriously medical, of course I'm gonna say, go see your doctor or your naturopath or your practitioner and see, if you're experiencing some inflammation. Have you been in the fight or flight mode within your head for so long that your body's going into an autoimmune or inflammatory state where you're just feeling, or an adrenal fatigue state? Because that can happen too when you deny the callings of your soul over and over and over and over again, and you're just staying blind to it, like, oh, none of this that's going on in the world is really happening. It's all fake news. Oh no, I don't need to care about the earth. Who cares? Whatever. And if you just kind of do this, then you're just going to feel pretty angsty on a regular basis. I'm guaranteeing. Those who feel that way, I'm going to ask, well, how fulfilled are you in your life on a scale of 1 to 10 in every area? I ask. And I think more often than not, people are going to say, oh, sucks, or this sucks, that sucks. It's like, well, then what do you need to see differently in order to change that, so that all areas of your life you feel completely fulfilled, you feel completely connected, not just to yourself, but to the higher powers that be, whatever you want to call it, so that you're not just here on accident, you're not just here randomly, you're here for a purpose. Are you fulfilling that purpose? Do you feel like you are? If you are, I applaud you, rock it out, because there are so many people who don't feel like they are. So that's about it. That's all I can say. For those of you who are feeling the burn and feeling like this empath, sensitive, I just don't know what to do space, come and join me in my group, The Awakened Empath. We're going to start the 5-day empath evolution experience tomorrow at noon Eastern, but it's going to be in the group recorded. You don't have to show up live at noon. You can come and see the recording later. Also, if you want to dive deeper into why do I feel these sensitivities as an empath? What kind of empath am I? What do you mean I have gifts? What are they? And how do I figure out what my passions and purpose are? How do I know? And how do I deal with the sides of myself that I don't want to see, the shadow work. Maybe this pain is asking you to do some shadow work too while you're at it, because that can be very freeing, and it can be painful on the way out. So know that right now, like I said, something's asking to leave you. So the pain is actually somewhat of a good thing, unless there's a medical issue, right? This is like, it's asking to go, it's asking to leave. How can I get through narcissistic and toxic relationships? How do I ground and protect myself? That's my program, The Awakened Empath. We are like a little over a week away, like almost 2 weeks away. September 9th, 9/9/19, we begin. It's 8 weeks of just empath empowerment. And so if you want to know more about that, you just can message me or comment below. Also starting next week is my VIP group, And She Rises. Super, super cheap, $22.22 a month. You get a live card reading like this, a Facebook Live once a week. You get a live group coaching session once a week, and we have a theme of the month that we're going to talk about and talk more in depth about. In September, we're talking about releasing the past. So there's going to be all sorts of cool things going on, and guided meditations and worksheets as well. So if you want to talk to me about And She Rises, it's a women's VIP group, membership group, comment below or message me, because we begin our lessons next week. So lots of amazing things going on. So it's time to get out of this funk. It's time to get out of this bitchy, low energy funk, because I have some content to create. So I'm going to say, I love you guys so much, and just hang in there, my friends, empaths, intuitives, sensitives, hang in there. It's going to be okay. This is all for a reason. Trust that it's actually moving you towards your highest good, and there is a collective pain. There is your ascension that's being asked to happen. You're asked to release something. An old version of you is asking to leave you, and it can be painful on the way out. So just trust that it's happening for a reason. And if you have any questions or want to dive more into that, message me. This is what I help empaths and highly sensitives with, and also how to access your gifts too, so that when you feel like this, you can trust your own intuition, and you can also use your gifts to begin to create the life that you do want, if you're feeling like you have that unfulfilled life, right? So anyways, with that, again, if you go to jenrapinian.com, you can get a quiz that is 10 questions. Are you an empath? And you can also get information about the Empath Evolution Experience, which is starting tomorrow. So with that, I will see you guys very, very soon. I love you so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. Get plenty of rest, drink lots of water, hydrate, and I'll see you on the next video.